Okay, aspiring models. This is Chaz, CEO, founder, creator, owner, all of that stuff in Z Magazine. Let me put a little buzz in your ear. A lot of these ads are going out to make opportunities are coming out for models to be in Canada, all right? And they're not paying you all to be in these calendars. What they're doing is most of them that I have personally seen and have even looked into myself, what they want you to do is submit your pictures and you go out and do the hustle to sell the calendar so that you can get paid. Do not fall for that trick. That is the oldest trick in the world, and so many women fall for it because they just want to be out there, they want to be seen, they want to be looked at, and that's all good and fine. But um, at the same time, you have to use wisdom um, because it's like wasted money, it's wasted time, and it's wasted energy. This is what you have to look at. If you're going to pay to be in a calendar, and or if you have to go and hustle, I know it's a shiny stuff, and hustle to sell calendars that you're in, you might as well create a calendar for yourself with all of your pictures, different shots, different poses, and make your own calendar. And I say this because I'm sick and tired of these males, because most of them are males that are doing this, advertising these fake opportunities. Oh, you want to model, you want to model. If somebody wants you to model for their calendar, they need to pay you up front. Okay, so if they're expecting 12 months in a year, 12 models, and if they're expecting to make so much amount of money on these calendars, they need to be paying you all for your poses and your pictures, and they need to have something. They need to have something in writing, and even you as a model need to make sure you have your own disclaimer where they're not allowed to use your pictures for any other purpose other than being featured in the calendar. They can't use them on promotional flyers. They can't sell them. The pictures are in their custody, and always email the pictures to them. And the reason why, and another thing, whatever pictures you email them, make sure you do not have them posted on any other sites where they could just right click on the mouse and get it, because what will happen is maybe a friend of theirs, a colleague, or a relative may see the picture, like it, take your picture, and use it on flyers, do an advertisement using your picture, and you're not getting paid for it. So you have to use common sense and wisdom when it comes to modeling, coming to being, getting exposure. And, there's nothing wrong with taking advantage of opportunities, but make sure that these opportunities are legit. Make sure they're legal. Make sure these people or companies that's coming at you are legit. They're licensed. They're registered with their state secretary. Make sure that they're, just a legal and legit, company. Don't just fall for something because you want to get your face out there. You're trying to get your name out there, because just like there's a lot of expiring artists, there's more expiring um, actresses and models than artists. So you have so much competition. Therefore, you have to always be smart about how you represent yourself. You don't want to misrepresent yourself. You know what I'm saying? Um, but just use wisdom with that, okay? And me just wanted to reach out to all the expired models and let you guys know this. This is something I know firsthand. It's not something somebody told me or I learned. Um, just by hearsay. This is something that I've seen happen, that I've experienced, and everything. So do not, absolutely do not allow anyone to get your pictures and put them in a calendar without you being paid upfront for them first. Okay. Um, and just to reiterate, if you're going to have to hustle to sell calendars um, that only have your picture, only one picture of you, I don't care if it has only two pictures, so you three, whatever. The fact is that calendar from January to December is not all you. It's other females too that are modeling. So you're going to have to go out here and do all this hustling. It's like you hustling for somebody else, to make $30. No, you don't have to do that for everybody else. You can do that for yourself, and all of that money go directly in your pockets. Okay. Just wanted to put that little buzz in your ear. Always, always make sure that you watermark your photos. Always make sure that you have 1% legal rights to your photos to do whatever you want to do, to publish them, to pass them out, to whatever, because some photographers, they don't allow, people who they take pictures of to take those pictures and use them without their consent, because they feel like they took the pictures, so they should have rights and entitlement to them. So always make sure you check with photographers as well. When you're getting your pictures, make sure you have in writing that those pictures are 100% yours, not the photographers. If the photographer say, "Well, I'm going to give you a discount," or give you free photography services in exchange for me to use your pictures for promotion, to promote my photography business or freelance photography, then make sure there's only 5. They don't need no more than 5. Okay, at max, only 5 pictures they really need. And the reason to say 5, because you always use 5 pictures when you do a comp card. It's best to always use 5 pictures, no more than that and no less. And you want to have different varieties of poses and outfits and things like that. You want your photos to be versatile. So you want to show versatility in the way that you can pose, in your looks, in what you can do. A lot of people do this alternative ego and stuff like that. If everybody want to do that now that they did that on Atlanta Housewives or whatever, alter egos and stuff like that. So, use some creativity when you take pictures. Don't just take pictures posing in nice outfits or sexy outfits or lingerie, intimate apparel and stuff like that. You want to make sure that you're doing some pictures that is going to blow people's mind. When they look at it, they're going to be like, "Wow, that's cute," in a good way, though, in a real positive way. So make sure that you have clarity and you have it in writing. Always, always. Anytime you do business, get it in writing. I don't know why people keep doing this verbal crap, because the person can say, "I never told them that. I don't know anything about that. I never told them that." So now you have the burden of proof with your word versus theirs. So always get everything in writing, model. And that's for anybody. Okay, so do not be fooled, do not be taken advantage of, don't fall for the hokey doke, the same old trick and cons. Okay, so I'm telling you what we know. If anybody wants to come to you and they want you to model for them, for a calendar, for anything, we do free features. The magazine, we do free features for models, and I do that personally because I'm a former model, and I know how hard it is to get in that industry. I know the temptations that's in there. I know how a lot of times models can be taken advantage of. You know how sometimes they would, some of the photographers would pretend like it's one thing, but then when you get there, it's something totally different. And then they have all these extra stipulations, things that you didn't agree to beforehand. But when you get there, now they want to throw all this stuff at you, and they feel that you'll do it because you don't, made your way there. You're there now, so they're like, okay, the model's here now, so she's not gonna just get up and walk off and, you know, and just turn this down. Oh yes, you can. Because me have done it several times, so many times we have done that. And I reported it behind it too. Because what I did, as soon as I turned around, I went straight to the police department. I GPS that crap. I'm telling you. I GPS the nearest police department and let them know what was going on. And I GPS the nearest state or secretary in that state or the Better Business Group, Consumer Fair, whatever. I went straight to them, to the company. I drove it and reported the people because don't play games with me. You know, this is my livelihood. It's something I love to do. I don't need you toying with me. I don't need you trying to take advantage of me, thinking that I'm vulnerable and that I'm desperate. Because a lot of aspiring models, they do a lot of stuff out of desperation. You know, unfortunately. But you don't have to get caught up in that. And never go to a photo shoot by yourself, especially when you don't know the person. Like you've never really worked with them before, or you have worked with them on a little bit, but you really don't have any real clarity on exactly how they are, especially freelance independent photographers. Take some people with you. Take at least 2 or 3 people with you. Me always took people with me. I mostly will have like 2 guys and maybe another chick with me all the time because we don't know what their motives are. I don't want to, I mean, we have seen situations where girls almost getting gang raped, because this guy doing this photography. And I mean, granted, he does the good work and he could take pictures. He's good and skillful at what he does, but he was doing it to lure females so that him and his homies could gang rape them and stuff like that. Drug them up, beat them, gang rape them. And I'm like, why? It's so many females out there that give up the poom poom. I mean, they'll give it out to you, man. You don't have to take it. There's plenty of females, good looking females, that are disease free. They don't have no STD, no AIDS, no HIV, or none of that. And they'll just give it up. So why are you going out here raping women, ganging up on them, raping them? I mean, that's so stupid. That's a weak-minded person. That's a weak man that would gang up on a woman or that will force himself on a woman. I don't care what the situation is. You don't have no business forcing yourself on a woman and taking her poom poom, taking her, raping her, and forcing her to have sex with you. What kind of animal does that? That's bestiality. That's what animals do. They grab the hell. I watch National Geographic. I see it. Grab the dang on female lion or animal by the back of her neck with their teeth and pin her to the ground and bone her. Hell, what kind of crazy mess is that for a human being to be doing that to another human being? You got it twisted. Models, look, use your God-given common sense. Point blank. That's all I have to say. Use your God-given common sense. Get everything in writing. Don't understand something, don't sign it. If you're not sure what it means, ask somebody. There's plenty of free attorneys. Every state have a state bar where they can recommend or refer you, should I say, to free legal counsel. So, and it's not, you don't have to pay for it, especially when it comes to students and stuff like that in the internship for civil law or for law. You don't have to pay for it. Some of these services, a lot of it is free. You just have to know about them. So you can call your state bar, and find out, about the different attorneys that are available that offer free services and consultations to you for contracts and stuff like that if you're in negotiation and if you don't understand what it is that you're signing. And be careful with these words like is, at, on, for, in, those type words. You have to make sure that you have to make sure that those words are used appropriately. I'm studying for civil law now, so this is something I'm telling you from my own experience. This is what I'm telling you guys. The stuff that I'm telling you all is things that I've already been there, done that experience, and learned a valuable lesson from it. So now I try to help as many as I can from, being subjected to the same things. So I just wanted to let you all know that, models, and good luck on your career endeavors to become a professional model, and just just use wisdom and common sense when you're putting yourself out there, and understand if you're trying to be in a magazine like Ellie, um, a magazine like I don't know why I always draw a dang on freaking blank. People magazine or something like that. You have to look at the kind of models that they have in those magazines. If that's where you're trying to go and that's where the level you want to be at in your modeling career, then you're going to have to put those kind of pictures out there. You're going to have that kind of image. You can't be looking out hard and ghetto. You can't be looking sluttish. You can't be looking like a little cheesy back, hole in the wall like model. I mean, like, and I don't say that in an insulting way, but I'm just telling you the truth because you look at a lot of the models out there, they look very soft and feminine. They look um, very asymmetric. They don't have a real hard look. Even the ones who have very A-line type face, a very asymmetrical face, a strong bone structure and features in their face. They don't look hard and masculine. They look soft and feminine. So you have to look at the type of models that they're pursuing, the kind that they have in their magazines and on their posters and on these billboards. And if that's the level you want to get on, then you're going to have to upstep your game to get to that level. Okay? So I just wish you all the best, and I just wanted to, take out time to talk to your models and let you guys know that, all right? Coming directly from an experienced one, all right? So you all take care. God bless. One love. Peace.